In this video, I want to talk to you guys about 10 mindset shifts that you need to make right now if you want to become financially independent. Without doing these 10 things, it's going to be really tough. It's already really tough to become financially independent, but without these 10 things, it just makes it that much harder. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the video. It's going to be a pretty quick one. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Number one, you got to stop chasing income. Start building cash flow. Making more money helps, but freedom comes from money continuing to come in without constant effort. It's the I don't know if you heard the story about the village in Africa where there's a tribe where if they want water, they have to go walk miles down to the river, get the water, bring it back up. When they run out, they got to walk back down, get the water, bring it back. Until someone decided, hey, what if I just took more time on the front end, worked a little bit harder behind the scenes, built a pipe that went from my home to the river to where I can just twist on a knob, turn on the water, and have water forever. You got to stop chasing income and start building cash flow outside of the time that you're using to go chase the income, right? You got to go build. I don't want to necessarily call it passive income because I don't really like that term, but you got to go find other ways to create income where you're not physically having to take your time to go work for it, right? Focus on creating systems, assets, and businesses that produce income over time, right? Number two, your job is your first investor, not your final destination. I personally believe that jobs were created to have someone do a certain skill set for a period of time to then take that skill set to start a business to then hire more people. The issue that we're having is that people aren't taking that skill set and starting new companies. They're taking that skill set and just finding new jobs. And they never actually take the time to go build a new business. So therefore, we're in this situation where there's so much supply of people that want to work jobs, and there's not enough jobs to hire all the people, because the people that are working these jobs for 10, 15 years aren't taking that skill set and becoming independent and starting their own thing, right? Use your paycheck strategically. Let your job fund your future business, investments, skills, and opportunities instead of funding only expenses. I don't have much else to say about that. Number three, time is more valuable than money. Money can be replaced. Time cannot. The goal of financial independence is having more control over how you spend your life, not just having a larger bank account. I don't really have much else to say about that either. I have a wife, I have kids, I have a family, I have stuff going on. Yes, money fuels the style of life that I can have. However, if I only have the money and I don't have the time, then what's the point of even having the money in the first place, right? I'd rather be broke and be able to spend time with my kids and my family and do less than things versus be astronomically rich with no time to appreciate all the stuff that God's given me in life. And I think until you can make that switch of there's other things more important than money, I think you'll always struggle with the mindset around money. You can't see things different that you worship, right? Number four, consumption keeps you comfortable. Ownership creates freedom. Consumers buy things, owners build things. Shift from spending money on appearances to owning assets, businesses, skills, or platforms. Again, another simple one. Ownership creates freedom, right? You got to shift from surface level to internal. When you stop caring about what other people think about you, your mindset will shift from putting money above everything else. The reason why most people put money above everything else is because they want to appear a certain way to other people. They think money equals status, when it doesn't, which is why some of the richest people in the world, the billionaires of the world, don't really spend any money on status. A lot of their stuff is on actually changing things in the world, whether that's good or bad, right? Now, that's a different topic for a different debate, right? Where, you got people like Elon Musk, all damn near a trillionaire at this point. He's literally changing things in the world. He's not trying to drive a Ferrari. Huge difference. Where of course the money is going to come to him because he's not focused on money to create this, to fill this identity issue that he has within himself. The money is and although it may even be an identity issue, but it's not based around surface level persona. You know what I'm saying? It's based on his identity is built on changing things of the future of the world. Same thing with Steve Jobs. Same thing with blah, 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 blah. Fill in the blank. A lot of these guys aren't getting money to just go buy a new car. Like they would have done it. They've already done that. It's all old news at that point, right? And so you got to get past just making money to buy stuff, because that's not the purpose of life. It's not the purpose of even the money itself, right? It's a byproduct, but it's not the reason why you get it. Number 5, multiple streams of income reduce risk. One paycheck means one point of failure. Building additional streams creates stability and gives you more options when life changes, especially streams of income outside of your job. I'm not telling you to go get 2-3 different part-time jobs. That's not what I mean. However, getting 2 or 3 part-time jobs could start funding other things. Maybe you want to do day trading, right? That second job could be your investment for your day trading business. Maybe you wanted to start a recruiting business, for lack of better words, right? You got to have capital to do that. Instead of going to investors, invest your own and take your time, go get a second part-time job or a third part-time job, take that money to run your business, right? Multiple streams of income reduce risk. If all your eggs are in the basket of your job and that job goes away, then you're screwed. 100% case closed. Number 6, learn to delay awards. Most people sacrifice long-term freedom for short-term comfort. Building wealth often means making decisions today that your future self benefit from later. And that's huge. That's huge. That goes into all different things, from, like I said earlier, spending time with family, it just self-development, investing, all the stuff. Learn to delay and understand that the delayed rewards always triumph the short-term rewards. Because one, not only are you building that what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like you're building up towards it. So like the journey becomes the part that you appreciate more than even the reward. Where the reason why most people don't appreciate their job, because it's a paycheck for a week. Where if you go build a business and it takes you a year to build it, you're gonna appreciate that business way more than you ever appreciated your job, because you built it, the sweat equity, the long nights, all that crap. It matters. Same thing with personal development. You 5 years from now, after reading a book a week, is gonna be way more appreciative of that time, because you actually took the time to do it, versus if you could just download into your brain a chip. You know what I'm saying? Like the Matrix style. Like you wouldn't even care about what you learned. You're just kind of like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But that the work that comes in between is huge, and that's what builds and causes you to appreciate the rewards a lot more. So learn to delay and make those long-term sacrifices when it comes to getting rewards. Number 8, stop asking what can I afford. Start asking how can I create more. One comes from lack, one comes from abundance. When you ask how can I create more, it's not from lack. You're trying to figure out how to do something, right? And that's a better way to think about things, other than what can I do with what I got. Like that way you're automatically limiting what your brain can even allow you to do. So start thinking, how can I create more? This small shift moves you from scarcity thinking to problem solving and opportunity creation. Number 9, focus on systems, not goals. Goals are temporary, systems repeat. Budgets, routines, investing habits, and business processes create consistency when motivation disappears. Stop focusing on the goals, start focusing on the systems. Again, I said this in another video. If your goal is to travel from Los Angeles to New York City, right? That's the end goal, right? But in between there's different checkpoints, which are also goals, on when you have to fill up again, when you need to get gas, right? You might have to get gas in Arizona, and you might have to get gas in Texas, then you might have to get gas in, I don't know, Tennessee, and then blah, 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 work your way up. Now, if you start doing different things in between, you're going to screw up the goal, right? So the system is drive the allocated amount of time that your GPS tells you to, and you'll get to that gas station at a certain time. And if you keep doing this, you'll hit your end goal, which is getting to New York. If you don't, that time period will change. Your journey will become more chaos because you're starting to do other stuff. Your emotions are getting involved when you should just follow GPS and get to where you need to go, right? And last but not least, number 10, financial independence is really about control. The goal isn't only money. The goal is choice, choosing your schedule, your work, your lifestyle, and how you spend your time. I don't need to say much more about that. I think that's kind of the whole purpose of financial independence. That's what I would want to create is being able to be not necessarily even about being my own boss. It's about being able to control the lifestyle that I want and appreciate the things that I want to appreciate, not the things that I'm forced to appreciate because of the lack of capital or the lack of financial independence. And so hope you liked the video. Those are the 10 mindset shifts that you need to change right now in order to become financially independent. Hit the like button if you liked the video, comment below your thoughts, and subscribe for the next one. Peace.